Today's vlog is going to be sharing as I wean my baby off of breastfeeding. There was only 2 of these left. Is the shortage not over? This girl is probably going to be taking her first step soon. That's my sweet Aria. Whoa, okay. So a few months ago, I posted a vlog that was about increasing my breast milk supply during a formula shortage. Today's vlog is going to be sharing as I wean my baby off of breastfeeding. I'll explain why and how I'm doing it a little bit later in the vlog, but right now we just got to Costco. I'm gonna grab Aria, run inside to hopefully find some formula. Last time I came here they did have some, so considering this is a weaning Aria off breastfeeding video, I definitely need to find some formula today so that I can wean her. Okay, let's talk formula. The shortage did scare me a little bit because Aria was taking formula just for her last feeding of the day. Bless you. But since I did try to increase my breast milk supply, I was able to start building a bit of a freezer stash that I still have right now. That being said, she's not picky with formula. She's tried a few different kinds and has taken all of them pretty well. We've done Earth's Best. We've done the Bobby brand. Randomly I found the Happy Organic, Happy Kids, Happy Baby, something like that. And then during the shortage, when I was super nervous, I ran to Costco and ended up finding a 2-pack of the Enfamil brand, so she's tried that as well. $42.99. I guess that's not too bad because it's breaking it down to about $21 per, which is like pretty standard. But what the heck? There was only 2 of these left, which was not what I was expecting at all. It wasn't even that bad last time I came, and that was in the middle of the shortage. Is the shortage not over? If I came probably an hour from now, those both would have been gone. It's coming, girlfriend, it's coming. Okay, so let's chat. Why am I weaning Aria? I mentioned to y'all that I want to breastfeed her up until, you gotta eat slow, honey, you gotta eat slow. Up until 1 year old. She is currently 10 months old. At around 9 months, her nursing had already started to dip. She was definitely breastfeeding a little bit less and eating a lot more, which pediatrician said is totally normal. Plus, going off the Moms on Call schedule, which you guys know that I love and talk about all the time, but truly it is so helpful to me because it's just a guide of what is kind of going on at each month mark and what to expect. So this is the Moms on Call book, 6 to 15 months. I always link this below because I just highly suggest that a lot of the questions people ask me about schedules, sleeping and eating, you can find all the answers in this book. And so yeah, they encourage introducing a sippy cup around 6 to 8 months. I introduced Aria's more around like 8-9 months, so I did wait a little bit longer. And it really takes babies some time to grasp how to use these. Aria's still kind of working on it. I actually first bought this one because this is the Munchkin straw cup, which I also used for Jace. It has a straw like this, and then bought this one, which is like the tipping cup that they have to tip up. She eventually learned how to suck up the straw. It took a couple weeks though. The best tip for this I can give is to just, first of all, put some breast milk or formula in it because they're more likely to want to suck it, and actually like make sure some is on the tip of the straw so that when you put it on their tongue, they taste it and then they want it. Also, what really helped was I was going like this. That's what I was doing to show her what to do, and she would start to mimic. So that was really the only way she learned how to suck up the straw. Once she finally realized like, oh, there's milk coming through the straw, she was more likely to take it each time. So definitely took a few weeks. You have to be patient and persistent with this. So I'm sort of alternating between all the options to just sort of introduce her to different types of cups, and it's been working just fine. I also put water in these as well, but seeing that she's interested in sippy cups, seeing that she's breastfeeding less and eating more, those were all kind of signs that she is more likely to be willing to move off of nursing. Aside from all those signs, I am just gonna be traveling a lot in the next month and a half. Plus, we're kind of switching up the kid's childcare a little bit, so she'll be spending more full days with her grandma. So the weaning is starting a little bit earlier than I anticipated, and I did debate going on my trip and pumping while I'm there, but after really thinking about it, I realized that I'm so close to her being 12 months. If this was, you know, earlier on in her life and she was younger, I most likely would be pumping and shipping milk back home and all of that. But because she's older and just, again, so close to weaning off, I figured I might as well just start weaning her a little bit early. But I might actually not be weaning her off the first morning feeding yet. That might be the only thing that I'm still pumping on these trips so that I can keep my morning supply up, just because I don't feel ready to let go of that yet. And also it's just really nutritious and good for her, and I really do think it helps her through sicknesses. This should be pretty easy. I don't anticipate having a ton of engorgement or clogged ducts from this, just because I feel in my body that I'm not making as much milk. And many of you know, for the last feeding of the day anyway, like the nighttime feeding, I don't really breastfeed her. I've been doing formula for a while because I just didn't produce a lot at that time. Let me show you. You gotta hold two hands like this. That's the other thing I've really been working on, is showing her how to hold this. I have to literally direct her hands to it and hold it there for a while until she got hang of it. Okay, so let me explain to you kind of what her typical schedule is looking like nowadays. The Moms on Call typical day 8 to 10 month schedule is what she's on right now. I'm going to take a screenshot and put it right here next to me so I can sort of walk you through what the plan is for this week. The difference in this schedule versus what we were doing before 8 months is that instead of breastfeeding her immediately when she wakes up from her nap, this schedule is actually having you give your baby snack or finger foods and a sippy cup right after they wake up from their nap. I think they encourage this so that baby would actually eat more food, try more new foods, as opposed to like getting super full on milk and then trying to give them snack after. So this is a perfect example. It is 10:30 a.m. right now. She woke up from her nap. Instead of me sitting down and breastfeeding her, which is what I always used to do, I've put her in her high chair. You just watched her eat all of her apples, and now she is also sipping from her sippy cup. Yes. And that was super challenging at first because she is very used to, right when she wakes up, going on the boob right away. So that's taken a while for her to get used to. I'll wake her up, I'll change her diaper, and then I put her in here. Typically after she eats, I wait a little bit, and then that's when I've been going in and breastfeeding her, basically to like top off and get her totally full. So now the goal for this week is for me to not breastfeed her after snack anymore, but just give her that bottle and top her off with a formula instead. And that way my body will adjust to not making milk anymore at that time. And so whenever I do the breastfeeding after snack time, she's not eating a ton off of me. It's really just kind of topping off and filling her up right after snack time. And that really is showing me that she doesn't need as much milk as before, which is good because that's basically in preparation for the next schedule when she hits 11 months, which looks like this. And I'll put it up on the screen where you can see that breastfeeding / bottle session that would typically happen after snack time is totally eliminated. So that goes for after snack at 10:30 and also after snack at 3. Like those two breastfeeding sessions or bottle feeding sessions, whatever, are totally gone. I also just need to say, please don't feel like pressure to have to do this type of schedule. And I know that every mom does things differently, they wean differently, and you just need to do what is best for you. I just loved using this method with Jace. It worked really well, but around this time I did get a little bit lazy with this whole like sippy cup thing and figuring out the schedule thing, and then I saw how that affected his eating later after he turned 1 and how he was still drinking so much milk that he wasn't really eating a lot at mealtime. And so that's why I'm being super meticulous with this now with Aria, because I'm trying to avoid that, because we've worked so hard with baby-led weaning to get her where she's at now with eating, which has been really, really good. So that's why I'm being really crazy about all of this. Again, just do what is best for you, mama. Do not feel pressure. This is also important to me because very slowly weaning her off the bottle and onto sippy cups and onto those 3 meals a day with 2 snack time gets her on the same schedule as my toddler Jace, which for me is like a really huge success to have them eventually on the exact same schedule. Except for she obviously will also have a morning nap that he doesn't have. I'm really looking forward to that. That's just important for me and makes for a very like efficient day and schedule. So that's kind of my goal here, just so you know long term why I'm doing this. Okay, back to weaning, and I'm sorry I'm chatting a lot. I'm just really trying to explain this as best as I can. I hope it's making sense to you guys. But typically with weaning, they say to drop a feeding every like 2-3 days to really go slow with it so that your breasts are not getting super engorged, so you're not experiencing pain, clogged ducts, like you want to avoid all that. I really just encourage you to listen to your body and talk to your own doctor, of course. I know, again, that I'm not making a ton of milk, so I can speed it up and I don't really have to wait every 2-3 days to drop a feeding. That's just where I'm at because I've already sort of been replacing some of her feedings with bottles here and there in the past couple of weeks. So today is Tuesday. I'm gonna pop up the schedule here again to sort of walk you through the plan for the next few days. I already did breastfeed her first thing in the morning at 7 a.m. as usual. Like I said, currently 10:30, just gave her snacks and a sippy cup. After she's done with snack time, again, instead of breastfeeding her, because I'm weaning her, I'm just gonna be giving her the rest of the sippy cup. After nap today when she wakes up, again, I'm gonna pull her out right away, give her a little bit of sippy cup during snack, but then after that, I will be breastfeeding her. So I'm not dropping that feeding yet. I will be dropping that one tomorrow. Right now, since she's like done with snack, is when I would be breastfeeding her. I'm skipping it. I don't feel any pain. I don't feel any like engorgement. I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that she finishes this bottle. Okay. See, perfect example. She did not want to take the rest of the 6 ounces that was left from the sippy cup, so I did transfer it to a bottle, but she is drinking just fine, not struggling with the formula, not struggling with the bottle. We use a few different types of bottles. This one is the Nook NUK. She's not having any trouble with bottles or bottle nipples. She had a little bit of trouble when she was younger, but now that she's older, she does a pretty good job. Although I will say these wider ones, she has trouble holding. Like, she does not do a good job holding them up with her hands. She tried the Dr. Bronner one the other day at my mother-in-law's house, and those are a lot, like, of less wide, and she was able to hold it a lot easier. We'll check back in. Oh, do you want to show them your skills, your standing skills? Yeah, you've been so good at standing. She's been standing so long lately. This girl is probably going to be taking her first step soon. You standing? You take a step. You just take one step. Boop. One step towards mama. Yep. Come on. Come on. Don't be scared. I'm holding your hand now, but you're going to have to try it without me holding. See? There you go. There you go. Let's try again. Try again. Ready? Girl. Oh, my baby girl. She's so tired. You're so tired, aren't you? Oh, she had a little bit of a rough nap because she is teething. You guys, her 2 bottom teeth are already through. Her 2 top teeth are trying to come through. So she had a little bit of trouble sleeping, but... Can we see your teeth? Yeah, I saw them, and I see the top. I see the top. Good girl. You're still so happy, even on the toughest days. That's my sweet Aria. Okay, so today is day 2 of weaning Aria. So Wednesday, and ooh, I did the same schedule that I did yesterday, which also included not breastfeeding her for the first midday feeding, and now it is after her second nap of the day, so 3 p.m., and I'm going to be not breastfeeding her now as well. In terms of my body today and how I'm feeling, I don't feel any pain I don't feel engorged. I feel like that was really easy to drop that first feeding. We are gonna go to the high chair once again, just put her straight in there for snack time. Does that look good? Today's snack is yogurt. A little bit of yogurt in here, just Greek yogurt. Whoa, okay. Blueberries. I still squish them up for her just because I don't want her to eat them whole. And these are like huge blueberries, but these are organic. I try to get organic for her when I can. Doesn't happen all the time, which is fine, but we do our best. And here's her sippy cup. So I just like suck it up so that it could be actually towards the top so that she doesn't have to suck as hard and is like, oh, okay, there's milk in there. Bless you. Bless you. Okay, as you just saw, baby-led weaning gets very, very messy. I encourage it because it helps her explore and become a better eater. But for a long time, what sucked was cleaning the floors after every single meal, which is 3 meals a day, and 2 snacks. So that was 5 times a day that I'm getting on my hands and knees to clean the floor because of this girl. But now, as you can see, I have this amazing contraption under here. It's called the Catchy. I love this so much. It has saved me so much time of just constantly cleaning, and I'm already like cleaning in this kitchen enough. So it catches everything. You can see there's been food on here from this morning. It caught her milk. It's very rare that something actually gets on the floor. So we love this thing. I actually have a discount code for it, which I will include below, along with their website. It's a sweet family-owned business. And this is genius. Like, it is literally genius. I wish I knew about it years ago. I don't even know if it was around years ago. So check them out. But yeah, it also caught her milk, which she threw down here, which we should talk about because she barely drank anything from her sippy cup during that entire snack time. And I want to say that that is totally okay and normal. You just want them to get familiar with the sippy cup. I'm gonna put this in a bottle for her and we're just gonna get her to finish it up. We are not wasting formula in this house. Of course. She'll take the bottle. You will take the bottle, huh? I'm not gonna complain. I'm just happy that she's willing to take a bottle and not be so attached to, you know what, because that would be an even harder transition. So we just gotta be patient as she continues to learn. Also, you're getting way too heavy and big for me to be holding you like this in midair. Oh, and yep, you need to practice holding your bottle too because that's super helpful to mommy. Okay, today's Friday. I wanted to just wrap up this vlog. At this point, I have completely weaned Aria off the train every time, you guys. Weaned her off every breastfeeding session except for the morning one. As of now, I want to continue producing in the morning. And so, you know, until I change my mind, I'm going to do that. I feel like before with Jace, I was very all or nothing. It was like, well, I'm either going to 100% nurse or 100% put him on formula. And I didn't really understand that you can do a combination. It's completely safe and effective. I've been feeling really good, no pain, no engorgement the past couple days, except pain when Aria did bite me the other day. You know, she's got 4 teeth now, so I'm hoping that that doesn't continue. So overall, I feel like this whole weaning experience with Aria has been a lot easier than it was with my firstborn son, Jace. And like it was easier on my body and also easier on Aria. And there's a couple reasons why I think that I just wanted to share. First of all, we started off Aria on a bottle pretty early, you know, within like her first or second week of life. I pumped some milk and wanted to make sure that she was able to take a bottle. But I think the sooner you start them off with bottles, the easier it is for them when you start like truly weaning them off. Also, huge factors because she's hitting that 9-10 month mark where she's naturally becoming more independent with feeding herself and less breastfeeding. That timing right there just allowed it to be more seamless, I think. Whereas with Jace, I believe he was around 5 or 6 months that I started to wean him off. So he wasn't quite as independent. It took a little bit more time. He was more attached to nursing, and so I kind of see the difference in that. And then also the older they are, you know, like if they're breastfeeding into past 1 year old or 2 years old, the more strong-willed they are, because at that point they like physically are strong enough to like try to pull up your shirt and get under there and get the boob, and they have more of a say in it. So like I feel like that sweet spot is the 9 to 12 month mark, where it just makes it a little bit more seamless. And obviously that means there's no judgment at all coming from me if you do it sooner or later. I'm just saying it kind of, I think, from my experience, has been a little bit easier right around this age. And then of course, as I've kind of mentioned throughout this video, I've already sort of in the past 2-3 weeks ago have been giving a bottle of formula to Aria instead of breastfeeding, kind of here and there. Like obviously not as consistent as it was this week where I like officially did it, but I've kind of been doing it here and there. So I feel like that really was telling my body to slow down production. Obviously everything is supply and demand. So like if I'm breastfeeding her less, she is already eating less. Like my body has already been very slowly producing less, and that really is why I haven't experienced much pain, which has been very nice. And so as I've been giving her the sippy cups during snack time, and then a little bit, you know, for those formula sessions after snack time, I'm noticing that those full bottles are less. Now, I do want to drive the point that just because she's eating more and taking less milk, that doesn't mean she's not getting enough milk. Essentially, it's about 24 to 32 ounces of formula each day, which is sufficient for a 6 to 12 month old. Okay, I think those are all the final things I wanted to share. Please share your experience with weaning in the comments. Like, have you preferred to do weaning cold turkey? Have you done it slow and steady? Have you done it different with each baby? Leave a comment below. Make sure to be kind to one another, encourage one another. All of our journeys look so different. This is just what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that it did help somebody out there today. So I love you guys very much. Appreciate you for watching this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.